In January 2014, thousands of Eritreans and Sudanese took to the streets of Israel to protest Israel's policy of coercing them into returning to their countries, where they face a serious risk of abuse at the hands of repressive governments. Instead of giving Eritreans and Sudanese access to fair asylum procedures and giving them secure asylum seeker status, the authorities call them infiltrators and give them temporary permits, which they have to renew every few months in increasingly chaotic procedures that cause tremendous stress. People with expired permits risk arrest and detention, and risk losing their jobs for taking too much time off to stand in these endless queues. All of these policies aim to coerce them into leaving the country. Since 2012, Israel has introduced a policy where it detains them in remote desert centers where they're threatened with indefinite detention. The Holot Residency Center is a prison in all but name. People have to report 3 times a day on roll calls, they have to spend the night in the center, the nearest town is 65 kilometers away, and so to all intents and purposes, this is the detention center.
كوفي يوم دلونا زي مرة أسوي زي سربت أما كوفي لما مع الثلاثة جينا فرم أو زي سربت كاني عسات سبعة أو بحنتي روم نبر أو شاور كانوا كله بحنسابي.
Israel makes no secret about the fact that it wants to remove 50,000 Eritreans and Sudanese from its territory. Prime Minister Netanyahu and other senior officials have also said that illegal infiltrators, by which they mean Eritreans and Sudanese for the most part, threaten the Jewish identity of the state as well as its national security. The UN Refugee Convention and human rights law prohibits refoulement, which is the forced return to a place where someone risks persecution, torture, or other serious harm. And that includes indirectly forcing people to leave the country. Most urgently, Israel should end its unlawful policy of indefinitely detaining Eritreans and Sudanese. They should also treat them with dignity, give them access to fair asylum procedures, and guarantee them a fair chance of accessing employment so they can sustain themselves.